Bonjour and welcome to the French Revolution episode, whatever episode we're on now. Welcome everybody to the Monaco Grand Prix, where I'm not looking forward to it in the slightest, but we're here for the French Revolution. It has been a while since I've done a French Revolution video. I've just been so busy and struggling to find the time to get these videos out. But as I said when I first started doing this series, it would be once or twice a week at most. And obviously, even last week I didn't even do any at all. But we are back, and I've forgotten that this game had an update. So the livery that I built for the last episode at Imola will be on the car for the next race, which is the Spanish Grand Prix, I think. Because I forgot that there was an update, and of course it, jiggled the mods back to normal vanilla game. So it's fine though. I don't mind having a bit of pink on for Monaco. That is not a problem. What is a problem is racing at Monaco. I don't like it, and I'm going to cry my sleep. But it is what it is. So let's get into the weekend, not do any practice at all, and then suffer. Right, so fortunately for me, it is a fully dry weekend. If it was a wet weekend, I would have genuinely simulated the session and just not done it. But we have, here's our rivalry versus Hamilton, 2 races to go. We're currently beating him, but only just. It is very slim between me and Lewis. And then in the R&D progress, you can see we've got loads of stuff in the works. They're just not on the car yet, but they will be on the car very soon. And then here is the progress history. So as you can see, we have now jumped Aston Martin. We have washed aside Lawrence Stroll and his peasantry of a work, but everyone is actually closing in quite a lot. I know Red Bull are far ahead and still far ahead. Mercedes are just getting on top of Ferrari. We're in front of Aston Martin, as I said, but Haas and McLaren have bought some upgrades this weekend, so they'll be a little bit closer. So yeah, it's a little bit interesting, should we say. And now let's get straight into practice, where we're not doing any at all, because I am a badass.
Stop the cap.
I've already broken my wing as I tried to practice. I've done one corner. There we go then. It's our first lap in Q1. It's a 12.9. It's actually not that bad. I don't feel terrible around here, but I just also feel uncomfortable at the same time. Let's see where everyone else puts their laps and see how we get on. Okay, that's a satisfying end to Q1. Norris is quickest, ahead of Sainz, Russell, Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton, Perez. Then myself and Gasly literally right next to each other, 2/10 or so off the pace. The man that was out is no one interesting really. Sargent, Albon, De Vries, Tsunoda and Hulkenberg. But we only did one run, so that's encouraging. Good to know. Alright. Holy moly. That's actually a really good run on a used set of tyres, a 13.0. We take those, man. That's a great quality run. I feel comfortable. Oops.
How many mistakes I'm gonna do.
Put into reference as well what I'm using, because I've been feeling a lot more comfortable on the game as of late. I'm using literally the preset setup. I'm just using preset max downforce. But the one thing that I've changed is this, brake bias. Now, a lot of people have been saying, look, you need to be using a lot more brake bias towards the front. So between 58 and 63. This is going to sound so silly, but I saw a video on TikTok, and it said that if you use ABS, which I do, I have my ABS on, you always should be using 51% brake bias. And around here at Monaco, every single braking point, apart from probably the exit of the swimming pool chicane, and also Rascasse, I've had 0 problems at all braking. And it's been transformative, because I've always said what makes me hate this game, first of all, is the fact that the game feels very laggy and glitchy and buggy. But also, braking has been such a problem for me in all the circuits. But here it's not. And I wonder if genuinely I've just discovered something from TikTok, which I would never recommend you do. But it's working so far. Holy crap.
Many poos shot out of my anus.
Oh my goodness me. I've just gone fastest in Q2.
Oh my god! Wow!
Never mind, Hamilton and Leclerc have just done me in. Right, well, there we go then, guys. We are safely through into Q3, as so is Pierre Gasly. And we're 2/10 off the fastest again in that session. But crucially, only using the one set of the soft tyres to get through. But crucially, our car just seems really quick. Like, we've only just overtaken Aston Martin in terms of the performance comparison, but we're way quicker than them, including Gasly for that matter. But what I want to have a look at quickly is what's the gap between me and Leclerc in terms of pace. So he's at an 18.7, a 34.7, and an 18.6. I have done an 18.8, so I'm a little bit slower in the first sector. I'm 0.2 up in the middle sector, and I'm 0.4 down in the finals. I'm losing so much time in the last sector. Big weakness for me. Yeah, what? I mean, I was expecting to get, you know, a little bit quicker than my 12.2 or whatever it is I set, but an 11.6? I didn't feel... Ain't no way that I'm 0.4 of a second fast. I don't even know if I can improve. Finally, though, I got my final sector matching the others. Oh, bollocks, man. Oh, I've just gone purple. Oh, I've got to hope that no one improves. Well, there it is, guys. It's pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix. We are 0.3 clear of George Russell for Leclerc in the Ferraris next, with Hamilton, Perez, Sainz, Verstappen only 7th. Red Bull poor around Monaco. Alonso 8th. Gasly, despite showing some great pace, could only get 9th. And Lando Norris in 10th. But we did it in that one run, and I'm so happy, man. Why is it the track right now that I've been the most comfortable on in this entire game so far is Monaco? The hardest track. It's like, oh, I don't get it. Right, we're here for the Monaco... What on earth is that strategy section that they want me to do? I do not want to be doing that. That is no way Jose for me. How long before the softs will go? Softs would work, though. That's the thing. What if we just did soft medium, and then I just did... To cut the loss, if I did 11 laps on the softs, which the tyre life would actually work with it, and then just went to mediums for the rest of the race, that would make sense. Or shall I just start on the mediums? No, we'll start on the mediums and we'll save the softs, but if the softs don't end up working out and we can't make it to that point, we'll have the alternate here. I'm not too stopping around here. You must be mad to think that I'm doing that. We'll delete that and we'll go mediums to the hards, and we'll split it down the middle like that. So we can either do softs go long and go on to the mediums goes long to softs, or you get the gist of it. All right, I've got disabilities. Leave me alone. Here we go. 5 lights. Comfortable start. All right, we lead. No issues off the line. Great getaway. Comfortable first lap out front. Oh, a yellow flag behind me. Oh. Oh, Russell's had a problem. What happened to Russell? I was just naturally cruising along, and he's had an issue. I don't know what happened to him. Has he gone into the wall? Oh my god, he has as well. He's just driven straight into the wall. No.
I'm out, guys. Sorry.
No engine failure. No, nothing like that. He's just gone straight into the barriers at the Lowe's hairpin. And he's caused a safety car from it. I don't know if that's the first safety car we've had in this career mode save. It might be, you know. The question is can the hard tyres do 20... Basically 20 laps? Is it worth me boxing for them now? Or do I stretch this stint out more and try and go softs at the end? I'm not going to pit. I don't think it's worth it. I don't feel comfortable doing that. Hello, safety car. I don't think we've had a full course safety car yet in my career mode save. I think this might be the first one. But a little bit of a sit rep for you guys, considering I hadn't spoken at all during this Grand Prix. Pace was very good. I felt very, very comfortable. No issues on my end. Russell was sticking with me quite nicely. Me and Russell were actually dropping Leclerc and Hamilton. So I'm actually not that phased with Leclerc being behind me, because he doesn't really well, in the first period of this race, wasn't really posing a threat. I was quicker in the first and middle sector than my competitors, but I'm really slow in the final sector. Like, I know I obviously got pole and nailed the final sector, but that's like the only time I've really properly nailed it, and the AIs are just much better than me around there, which is a struggle. Apart from that, though, everything else has been fine. So we're just going to dawdle now behind the safety car. I think I'm going to bite just after the last corner, because this section here I'm not that great at. I want to basically go now. What a restart. Oh my god, I have just left them for dust. Gap at 1.9 now to myself and Leclerc, which is good. I'm through a weird phase in this race right now. The tyres, I'm consistently wheel spinning. out of every corner, and I cannot control it. Leclerc in particular is closing the gap now. I can't really seem to respond at the moment. Right, everyone pits. Right, in we come then. I was tempted to go onto the soft tyres, but tyre wear is just a little bit of a struggle for me. Also, Leclerc's stuck behind Hulkenberg, so now's the time to pit. If I continue to go long and try and extend my stint, I'm at risk of losing out to Leclerc here. So we're just trying to cover off the Ferrari here, and we do just that. We cover him off. We'll have easy tyre wear now to the end, and we can just form a little train now. An absolute mess of that last corner. Fortunately, Leclerc's not in a position where he can challenge that. Pretty rapid down the hard tyres. New fastest lap set, building the gap to Leclerc now. We're bumping in some brilliant lap times at the moment. Gap's now 3.4 to Leclerc. We've got great pace at the moment. I'm just so in the groove. Right, here we go then. Just one more corner to go. And we're going to win our first Grand Prix in the French Revolution. Merci beaucoup. We win at Monaco. I thought my guy was going to say something like really like extravagant. So maybe I must have forgotten to make him sound cool. Oh well. But nonetheless though, whew, my hands hurt after that one. And that's not because I've had a little busty, you know what I'm saying?
It's the one that everyone wants to win, and they've only gone and done it. What a fantastic result here at Monaco. What do you think it was today, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Here comes your top three, making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
Nice to hear the Formula One champagne music going off during my first ever victory here at Monaco, you sloths. Right, well here is the full race results then. We are the victors here today. Not only did we take pole position, but we led every single lap. We set the fastest lap, and we got the bonus point and the victory as well. And that is a career Grand Slam here for us at Monaco. Charles Leclerc finishes in second ahead of Sergio Perez, who made his alternate strategy work. Lewis Hamilton finishes in fourth. Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, fifth and sixth. Lando Norris finishing in seventh. My teammate Gasly in eighth. Bottas getting some points for Alfa Romeo in ninth. And Lance Stroll in 10th. Crucially, championship leader Max Verstappen actually took a grid penalty. I didn't realise it at the time, but he started 17th and he only managed to climb up to 13th, meaning he scores no points here today, which tries to attempt to make things entertaining. And of course, George Russell was the only man that DNF. So if you look at the standings now, this is what it looks like. Verstappen still leads the way by 43 points over Sergio Perez, with Charles Leclerc third in the championship. We catapult up to fourth in the championship after our first win of the season. We're on 87 points. Hamilton and Russell in behind, with Carlos Sainz and Gasly still picking up the points, which is what we need in the Constructors' Championship. We are still 119 points shy of Red Bull, but it is very clear now that the battle for second in the championship is between Mercedes, Ferrari and ourselves. McLaren and Aston Martin are already 100 points back, so we don't need to worry about them anymore. Our focus is going forwards at those Ferraris and those Mercs. In order to do that, we need to keep smashing on some of them upgrades. So what are we going to do? Smash on some upgrades. There's another crucial thing actually in the driver rivalry. So with with technically one race to go now, we're nearly there in terms of beating Hamilton in the rivalry, which is key for us. This was a key weekend in general. Right, I've got a bit of a marketing department event to go to. Maybe we should have concentrated elsewhere. Our efforts have unfortunately gone unnoticed in terms of how do we grow our brand? I picked social media. Apparently that didn't work because no one follows us on social media. So you should do that by subscribing to the channel in order to do that. But we've got 2,100 resource points, which we are going to spend collectively. Now, where do we want to spend them to? Now, we can start doing some drag reduction. We can start doing some more work to the weight redistribution. In terms of the powertrain, we could do some more ERS work. We could start doing some fuel efficiency, or we could start doing a little bit of durability, considering we've got some upgrades. So what we're going to do is we're going to start things off by reducing the drag, and that's going to come from the Canadian Grand Prix. Good time, no need to rush it because it would be there anyway. And then we can't do any work on the energy cells, so we're going to do a bit of work on the ECU and get some fuel efficiency rolling, and then I am going to focus on durability, which I didn't think I'd ever say in my life. So I'm just going to go and find out what upgrades we need to look at. So it's the ICE, the MGUH, the turbocharger, and the gearbox. So if we go over to the durability side of things, we need the ICE, the turbocharger, the energy store, and we'll go with the turbocharger then. We'll put that onto the car. Our durability is way down on the rest, so we will rock those upgrades on. So we've got loads coming. We've got loads on the way. We've only got one upgrade heading for this weekend, which is the rear floor under tray. So let's see if that gets onto the car in time. Bish, bash, bosh. We don't give a damn about the Pirelli stuff. So the rear floor under tray, I believe, was for the chassis side of things. So if we go over to that now, there it is. The rear floor under tray is done, so we can improve the energy cell store in terms of the weight reduction. So that is now available for us to have a look at. Unfortunately, the roll dampers is not on the car yet, but it is what it is, and we are working lovely. Anyway, guys, that is it for the Monaco Grand Prix. We actually won a race. Yeah, I don't know how we done that, but if you guys ended up enjoying the video, though, drop a like, subscribe if you're new around here as well. To the French Revolution, and I will see you for the next episode of the Spanish Grand Prix. Take care, all.